Hello, folks. This is JynexSol. How's everybody doing today? I'm here with a deck profile. This is actually something new that I found out about. Actually, on the update, there's some new cards, and this is new archetype called Shadoll, or Shadow Dolls, or whatever you prefer to call them. They are a new archetype, presumably coming out in the Duelist Advent, which is in the OCG already, the OCG already. And just wanted to tell you about these guys. I like these guys a lot. First off, they're spellcasters. They are all dark, as you can tell by the purple drawing. Um, they have basically it's like a fusion deck because they have two fusion monsters. Will be this girl here and this here. I'm explaining what all these cards do. Actually, this is my deck profile. I've been playing with this deck mostly all day, so I've been trying to face the infamous gay AI on DevPro. Yes, I should play real life people, but unfortunately I don't have an internet connection right now. So, I would like to explain what these cards do. Basically, they're mostly monsters with flip effects. And when they are sent to the graveyard by a card effect, they get their effects. For example, I'm going to start with the Shadow Hedgehog. Pretty much what this card does is you can add one Shadow Spell Trap card from your deck to your hand, which is pretty good. The Shadow Spells and Trap you can choose from is Shadow Fusion and Shadow Roots. There's another card over here which I will show you in a moment. It's called, I believe you can search with this card, but I'm not too sure. But I think these are the only two cards, Shadow Fusion and Shadow Roots, that you can search off. And when he's sent to the Great Bar card effect, you can add one Shadow monster to your hand, from your deck to your hand. The only thing about these monsters is that they can only use their effects once. So be careful. They're not consecutive effects. You only can use once and once only. So you have to be patient with the effects in order to go off. The next monster I have here, he's the highest level monster in the entire deck, called Shadow Beast. Pretty much his effect is you draw two cards and then discard one. Yes, the monsters do get their effects by being discarded by him. So yeah. And when he's sent to the graveyard, you can draw one card by a card effect. Next card will be Shadow Lizard. He's the Maid of Bug. And when he's sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can send one Shadow card, whether it be the spell card, or it would be this, or any of the monsters. You can send it to the graveyard. Yeah, Fool's Burial. Fool's Burial for this archetype. There is the Shadow Falcon. I love this motherfucker. First of all, he's a tuner, which I didn't know. I actually just had to take a look at him like, oh shit, he's a tuner? Fair. Okay. Also, pretty much he's like the bring back from monsters from the grave. That's what he does. And he brings them back face down so you can use their effects when they're attacked. Also, when he's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, he can bring himself back to the field. So make sure you are careful when you use this effect. The next card is Shadow Dragon. Pretty much, this is the compulse. It returns a card that your opponent chose, not a monster, but a card. So that works in which way you will find beneficiary to you. When he's sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can target one spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. I find this very useful against Fire Fist because they can't stop it. That's kind of cheap. And the next card I got in here, you know who it is. You know this guy already. He's fair. Totally. Dark-Armed Dragon, self-explanatory. Armageddon Knight, self-explanatory because they benefit from being sent to the graveyard by him. Their effect score. This is to reuse shit. And plus to go into a free rank 4 summon. Or fusion material. And that's all for the monsters. There are 18 monsters here. And let me go into the spells and traps. Shadow Fusion. One of the cheapest fusion cards ever. First of all, you can only activate one of these cards per turn. using cards from either your hand or your side of field fusion materials. If your opponent controls a monster that was special summon from the extra Synchro Fusion or Exceed or Pendulum, I believe. No, Pendulums don't count. Fusion, Synchro, and Exceed. You can fusion summon monsters from the main deck. Chain material, all in one fucking card into this card. Like, that's fair. That's helped me out so much. I have Ghost Trick House. Reason why I have Ghost Trick House is because I kind of lose my advantage when my monsters are being constantly attacked or smacked away by effects. So I don't mind taking some hits, but at least that damages half. But this does, however, fuck me over when I play Fire Fist, especially for Bear's case. So yeah, so be careful with that. Book of Moon because flip effects. Dark Hole, self-explanatory. Tomb of Seas, Fool's Burial, just to send shit, and Dark World dealing draw power and to use their effects, which works. Traps, 11 traps. I have 1 Mirror Force, 2 Phoenix Chain, 1 Torrential, 1 Cabals, 1 Bottomless, 1 Solemn. And here's one of the support cards for the trap support. Squirming Falling Shadow. Pretty much is a Fool's Burial, and then it flips them all. It flips if you control any shadow monsters on the field, it flips them up, which I think is pretty cool. And then we have Shadow Roots. This is an effect monster, a spellcaster type. It's level 9. So I should probably add a Star Eater in this deck, considering how I have a level 2 tuner. And I have this, so I can just go on a Star Eater and be fair, you know. Also, if this is sent to the graveyard, I can add back this, and then I can add it back so I can just use it again. Also, this card is special not only for the fact that it's just an effect monster that you can use for tribute fodder or it's just as level, but it can be used as a fusion material, dark or light. So I can go into one of the 2 fusion monsters that the deck allows me to go into, which I think is pretty cool. There's a lot of recycling with these guys, so that's pretty fun. Let me go into the extra deck now. 15. We have this girl here, X Shadow Nephilium. It's a fusion. It's a fairy's light monster. How's a light? It's dark. Fail on the picture. It requires 1 shadow monster and 1 light monster. That's easy enough, right? Must be fusion summoned. Oh, so you can bring it back with Call to Haunted. That's even fair. Or any way to reborn it. This card is special summoned. You can send 1 shadow monster from your deck to your graveyard. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a special summon monster, destroy it. This runs over fucking Fortress, and the effect does not go off for Fortress, so yeah, I consider that fair. If this card is sent to the graveyard, I can target 1 shadow spell or trap card and add it back to my hand, which would be one of these 2, which I think is pretty cool. And then we have this guy, El Shadow Mirage. It pretty much, I can fuse 2 shadows monsters just to make this card. He cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects, and he actually slows down special summoning out the ass. Like, his effect says, neither player can special summon more than once per turn, which I think is kind of cool. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 spell or trap, same as the other fusion, and bring it back to my hand. So I use 3 of this because it's big, it runs over things, and I can always get shit back. Same with this. Recycle my spell cards and my traps. Now onto the synchros, which is not many of this card because it's generic and it's a monster reborn in synchro form. And it's a dragon, it's a dark target, so it's more fodder for Dark Arc. Sahemoth, because Sahemoth, he runs shit over and then banishes them. Black Rose, because it's fair. And Leo. I didn't know I can go into Leo by using this and that. So I think that's pretty cool as well. And I also get the effect to bring back something to my hand with Leo when I synchro, which is pretty cool. Same thing goes for this. If I synchro with Falcon and Minarash into Black Rose, I get the spell check card back. For the Exceeds, I have Zen Mains, Maestro, because it puts things face down. Cowboy for that gay ass way to win. Obviously, because it's so fucking cheap. For Fire Fist and everything that swarms out the ass. And Lavo Chain just to dump more shit and gain more effects. So that's my deck profile, folks, and I'm pretty sure soon I'll be uploading a video that will show you the replays. Well, that's all for now. This is JynexSol saying peace and have a good night.